Hey everybody, welcome. I'm going to do a reading today for Aquarius for the month of December, and it's going to be a shorter reading than I normally do for my own private readings. Those are more like 45 minutes to an hour. These are going to be more like 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll just see what's going on and what you need to know. It's an interesting time right now because we're going through this whole big transition into leaving the past behind and all that we've learned and the lessons we've learned and the struggles, and now we're moving into a cycle that's more aligned with our dreams and who we are. And so let's see how this is going to apply to Aquarius for the month of December. God, show us what we need to know. Help me deliver clearly the message to Aquarius that will help them and that they need to know. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right, so let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of talk about the cards and what I see, and then I'm going to go through and kind of dissect things more closely by the cards. So it looks like here you're, I want to say, kind of like leaving something behind. So there's something in your life that is ending, and there's a transition you're going through. And it's like a rebirth in your life. Something is transforming in your life. So, and you're also feeling the calling emotionally to seek something else out and follow a new path. Something in your life isn't satisfying you, or you've outgrown, or just isn't good for you anymore, and it's going to be removed from your life. But it seems like emotionally you're kind of on that same page, and you're following that calling and stirring in your soul. Something's not satisfying you, and you're seeking to leave that behind. It looks like you're nurturing something, like a project, or something's, the seeds have been planted and something's kind of growing. There's a lot of abundance and beauty and, you know, love and sexuality, and something's kind of developing for you. There's some kind of like need for a rest, like a need for a timeout and healing. You're gonna, if you could kind of be feeling burnt out. Like you're taking on too much, like you have too heavy a load, and you need to kind of release some things. This may tie into that energy that's an ending for you, that something is leaving your life. It could be burdening you. But it looks like right now in the situation, you're kind of happy with where you are. You're kind of following this creative vision you have, and this creative will, this power, this charisma, this, you can affect the environment, and you're happy with where you are, and it's built on satisfaction and you achieving your dreams. But there is this energy of a little bit of burnout, a little bit of transition, a huge transition, and leaving behind something. So, but yeah, you're definitely making the practical steps forward. You're taking practical steps to achieve what it is that you're creating and what it is that vision that you have. And it kind of seems like something that's in the way, where you could be putting your energy towards something that's wasting your energy. So you need to release those things so that you can concentrate your energies on what you are developing and the vision that you have. You definitely do want something. There's this new creative thing you're hoping and wishing for. There's this inspiration, this stirring in you. I feel like you're going in a new direction. Or you're just reaffirming the direction that you want to go in or that you've been on, and now you are assessing what is hindering my journey there, what is hindering my goal, and cutting that crap out of your life. You're gonna come out on top, and you have the ability to master the situation and tune into your gut and what your soul is telling you to do or be. There's stability here. There's definitely like abundance, material, comfort, and hanging in there. So, okay, so it looks like there's something you're developing that your heart is set on, that your vision is after, and it is developing and it is materializing, but you do have a little bit of effort needed to release things, streamline your vision, streamline your efforts and your energy, and there's this component of hanging in there, sticking with it, being true to your gut and your soul. But it looks like this is going to lead you to a stable, beneficial, abundant, nurturing kind of environment. Like your home is stable, your money is stable, you're satisfied, food's in your fridge, like all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at break it down card by card. So the position you find yourself in is the Empress right now. So this is that development, that creative energy that's developing. And the Empress is like, seeds have been planted, but things have to follow normal time, normal cycles of time. And, the spiritual manifesting comes first, but then we do have to wait and allow the physical world to deliver what we're achieving. So, but this is like, a very fulfilling card, a very peaceful card, magnetic, just that creative, divine, feminine life force energy. So it makes me feel like something's being developed, or there's a creative, or any, it can be a baby, it can be, career, it can be love, whatever. And then we have this card with it, the Four of Swords. So it kind of seems like you're taking like a vacation, or like you're feeling really good and content, and you're kind of kicking back. Like, the Four of Swords is like taking a time out, reflecting, assessing, after a lot of effort, detaching and taking a step back and just kind of taking a time out and kind of surveying what, you're accomplishing. Also in here, we've got, what is this? The Resurrection or the Ascension? No, I forget. I can't really tell. But yeah, you're conserving your energy and recharging yourself. So there's energy that is getting charged and conserved for this further work you have to do. Resting on the Nine of Cups. So this is what's really going on deep down, the subconscious, what's underlying the energy, what you can't see right now. And this is, getting your dreams, achieving what you want, being satisfied, being content. So I feel like you're sitting pretty right now. Like you're definitely kind of you're taking a break, allowing things to develop. And, it's, what you want. You kind of are in a good position and aligned with what you want to achieve in your dreams and fulfillment and all that. So then, hanging over the situation, this is like what you see or what you think about, how you think about is going on. And the importance of that is like your thoughts are going to control, and your perspective changes the whole, way that the energies manifest. So, it's like when you, if there's an awesome opportunity and someone hands you this winning lottery ticket and your perspective is, I always get scammed. This is just a scam. No, thank you. But really, it was like $1 million winning lottery ticket, and someone was just being kind to you and like giving that to you. Or if you changed your perspective and you said, hey, I'm going to be open to opportunities, and hey, maybe this is true. I'm really lucky a lot, and I appreciate this opportunity. I recognize it. So you can maximize what you can receive will change based on how you look at it in your perspective. So this is saying your perspective is you're empowered. You have honed and harnessed this creative vision or this will or this vision of what you want to achieve and where you want to put your energy and what you want to manifest. And it's this creative, charismatic, influential energy. So this is like the most mature version of that. And so I feel like you have this idea, you have where you want to go, you know, you have the skills and the tools and everything to do it. You're just kind of doing it. You're looking out and you're going, where am I going to put this energy? You know, I have a plan, I have willpower, and I want to go there. So, the near future, and it looks like the recent past is the Queen of Wands, so either someone was like influential in this matter in the past, or you've developed from the Queen into the King, so more taking more action, going out, affecting others, taking more action and directing it outward. So you're growing, and your creative vision is growing, and it's gaining power and gaining momentum within you. Now the 10 of Wands is in the near future. So there could be demands from this creative vision that you have to deal with, and it may feel like you're stuck. You have so much to do. You have so many responsibilities. You're overwhelmed. But you know, this goes along with any kind of goal you have or hard work, you know, any kind of dream. It comes with work. So this card, you know, it's only temporary. It's gonna pass. Maybe think of some things you can do away with, or again, streamline that energy. So if you're spread too thin, some things in your life may have to go so that you can harness your most potent energy and direct it forward and release some of these things that are holding you back. I do see this represents you and how you're approaching the situation, how you're seeing yourself. You're taking those steps. You're taking practical steps forward. You're not being rash. You're not being overly risky. You are really doing the work step by step and approaching your goal. It's slower energy. It's step by step by step. But the good thing is, once you take a step, this is very Capricorn, which Saturn just came or is coming into this month. So every step you take, you're not going to fall back down. It's solid, stable footing towards your goal. Now, there's this energy in your environment of change, release, and ending, rebirth. So that is this death card in your environment. So something, whether it's something in your life, like a relationship, like a job, whether it's a mindset and a mantra you've held on to that's affected the way you look at the world, whether it's just you're going through a transition within yourself, and you're leaving behind the old parts of yourself that no longer resonate with you, and and you know that affects life in a lot of ways. So there's just some kind of rebirth you're going through. Your life is changing and transitioning, and any kind of thing like I was talking about here that is burdening you and is blocking you from your goal, you know, it looks like the universe is coming in and releasing that from you. Now, there could be some sadness accompanying with that, some grief, but if you trust the universe and you trust that this is moving you forward towards your goals, it'll help you with that transition. So go with the flow, allow whatever changes are taking place to take place, because it's going to get you where you want to go. This card was on the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Cups. Again, this is a card of transitioning from one way of life that you're used to, that you've grown accustomed to, leaving that behind because it doesn't satisfy you anymore, and seeking what is calling you, what will fulfill you. So yeah, there's definitely an exciting change here. But you're going to have to do some emotional work and physical work, it looks like. But it may be a piece of cake. It may not be anything, you know, too heavy. Your hopes and your fears is this like calling for this new inspiration, a message within yourself or someone else, or an opportunity you hear about, or someone may have given you a letter or contacted you about something. But this is like for hopes and fears, like you want to follow that. You want to believe this is true and this is going to lead me somewhere I want to be. Your fear might be, is this just in my head? Is this a bad opportunity to follow? Is this not real? So, you know, but you're going there. It looks like, yeah, you're going to have that, maybe that conflict of like moving forward, following your vision, but then having to contend with outgrowing this certain phase of your life, or being forced to let go and sort out what do I need to cut away so I can move forward. Then the outcome looks like you are in alignment with your inner self, and it's producing stability in your outer environment. So we've got the High Priestess, we've got the Strength, we've got Queen of Pentacles, and then there's one more card which I'll go into in a minute, the Nine of Wands. So this is like, yeah, you're leaving behind something that wasn't serving you, wasn't resonating with who you truly are, or that you've outgrown and that your life doesn't need anymore and was holding you back. And so the outcome is you following that inner voice, quieting the mind, quieting all the responsibilities you think you need to do, or places you need to be, or yada yada, and just really getting in touch with your soul, your guidance from your guides, from God, from the universe, and being in alignment with that. Strength is, you know, overcoming and mastering the situation. So any kind of obstacles or struggles that come your way, you have the power and you have the wisdom to you know, rise above, to handle them, to combat any kind of fears you have or lower ego-based energies. You're gonna overcome them and manage the situation and come out on top. And then the Queen of Pentacles is just like that practical security, that abundance in your life physically, in your home, in your career, maybe material possessions, just having all your needs met, being taken care of, being on solid ground. Okay, so if you're worried about like this is a new job or something and like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Yeah, I think it's good. I think you should follow this new opportunity because it's going to give you stability and you're not going to be left in the lurch or left in the cold or anything like that. And it's just saying like you do need to, the Nine of Wands, keep at it, keep those reserves of energy. You're going to have to work, and it is kind of like a transition through this, but you do have the energy reserves to handle it. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep going forward. So I hope that helped. I hope that made sense to you. So yeah, it looks like you know what you want, you know where you're going, it's developing, but you just got to keep pushing forward, and you may have to transition out of some aspects of your life to do so. All right, hope that was helpful. Good luck. Wish you the best in December.